go. But hey, everyone, wanted to go live on time. We were kind of chatting about life a little bit before we get started. We'll set up the track. But yeah, Max was just sharing a little bit about his past life, filming and working on the ocean. So he said, yeah, you'd have to go out in small boats. And
yeah, I'll talk about that in a sec. Oh, here we go. I just want to get that link so I can share it in our groups.
yeah, so share the room, everyone. That's what we're doing right now. But we just wanted to get live. Yeah, we'll wait a couple minutes to set up. So invite your friends. Remember, we have the wagering, and the more people you invite to play, the more fun the wagering is. It's no fun to just bet against yourself. Yeah, we're gonna just hang out, and if people want to join on stage as well, I sent the link out to a few projects. So we're gonna wait for see if any of them want to show up. So yeah, I was really into the conversation. We had to go live because we were just gonna end up talking for like 15 minutes and not realize that we were late because this conversation was your past life sounds really entertaining. You know, for those who don't know, you're in South Africa, and I compare it to Australia, not just for the accent, but that life is a little bit more dangerous, I feel, in South Africa and Australia, and that your surroundings almost.
I don't. Well, I mean, I live in Cape Town, so this is just it's a beach, it's a ocean beach mountain city. You know, it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world, I'm going to say, and we have loads of like what did I can't remember what the blue star or something beaches. So, but I grew up in Zambia, which was a lot more remote. So I started work there by working on wildlife documentaries in the bush. And then I got work in South Africa on these shark shoots, and we'd go out. And like I was just saying to you earlier, like I'm happy to never go out on the ocean again, because it's you either love it, you know, you're like, some people can't function on land, and when they're on a boat or on a ship, they function well because it's very strict, and there's you know, you're not allowed to drink, and you have rota systems for you know, for keep watching at night and stuff like that. But you also realize that you're in the middle of this, for lack of a better word, you're in the middle of this desert, because if you fall overboard, or if the ship goes down and you don't have any even small amount of supplies, like plastic sheet to capture water with, or a fishing hook or a line, you're fucked. You're fucked. So I had occasions, because one of my jobs was to make chum. So I'd take these rotten tuna and rotten fish, and you'd make chum to attract the sharks with. And like, so
wow, that sounds like an interesting job. That's probably I go down as one of those worst jobs, right? What was that guy that go around doing the worst jobs in the world?
Mike Rowe.
Mike Rowe. Yeah, I don't think that would be on my list of exciting or fun jobs. So hopefully you're getting paid well for that kind of thing, or just really love it.
Yeah,
like you did.
Well, I had volunteered on this job to be a deckhand, because I knew that the crew from BBC or Nat Geo, I can't remember, were filming, and I wanted to get a job with them. So I worked as a deckhand first, and then they gave me work afterwards, because I had actually trained in camera work and stuff like that. So it was just a means to an end. But I was in charge of making chum, which was horrible. I remember this one day where it was like sunny, and within a couple hours you look up again and there's just black everywhere around you. And we're on this 250-ton ship. It's not a yacht, it's a ship. It's like a steel ship. 21 people kind of, it's huge. And like, this ship was just being rocked back and forth like a small little cork out on the water. And these waves towering above you. And I was about 22, 23. And I remember the one wave, I was just standing there and I was, all right, this is it. This is how it ends. This is how the story ends.
But hey, and as we say, as the tide rises, as the wave rises, the boat goes up with it. It looks, because you're looking at a wall.
Oh,
right.
Sure.
And then as the wall comes,
you
raise up with it. But I've been that high at all. But yeah,
right. I mean, you don't, you know, you're watching this wall of water in front of you, and you don't, you know, you're just like, no, this is it. Fuck, this is over. And then you know, you like you say, you go over it, and then you get the next wave, and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna die now.
Yeah,
So
life flashes before you every time. Right. Yeah,
that was horrible.
That is definitely that is experience like that tell you, and if you don't want to, yeah, you're not. Yeah, that's how I can imagine. That was our forefathers, right? They would go out months and live their lives out there, feeling that in wooden boats, you know, patching it as
Right.
they're around. Crazy stuff. Yeah, it's not for me either, but I'm thankful to my ancestors that did that.
I think a lot of the time the guys were just forced onto the boats. There was one dude who wanted, you know, Christopher Columbus was keen to make
They
the
wanted a
gold.
job for Nat
Then he-
Geo. They wanted a job like you for Nat Geo. So like, hey, I'll just sign up for one mission. Maybe they're gonna hire me up, you know.
Yeah, I don't recommend it, but you know, people love being on the ocean, and I think if I'm in the Caribbean on a yacht, that would be different. But out here in Cape Town, we're near the Antarctic, and the storms get insane, and like it's just a really dangerous if you're out on a ship out here. Or
Yeah,
it
but
used to be, I
I
guess.
don't know that. That's one of the most dangerous. There's like a ring of like bad currents all around Antarctica. That's what makes it, you know, that's what keeps it kind of secluded as well in its weather and everything. But yeah, it keeps a lot of people
The
out.
reason Antarctica is secluded is because there's aliens and stuff there,
Yeah,
and we're not allowed out there.
that's where the hole is for the Hollow Earth. That's why they're really protecting the entry point into the Hollow Earth.
You know, there's no flight paths over the Antarctic and North Pole, right? So, you know, what are they hiding? If you're a flat earther, then that's very suspicious. What's going on out there?
I think it was, you know, I think both, you know, climate was different there. I think it was like tropics, and I think we do know that. I think it's pretty sure. So I don't know. I think there just might be, you know, past technologies or ancient civilizations. Maybe that the Earth was almost sideways at one point, and
Right.
you know that had nice weather. Yeah,
Aliens
I don't know why.
aliens is the only logical explanation, to be honest.
Yeah, who knows? I'd like to look at all this stuff though. We should do a conspiracy theory space because I've watched like all of them, so I love to entertain all those ideas.
Holy shit! Have you been seeing what's going on in the with the
Yeah,
pyramids?
sorry. Chosen,
Oh, yeah.
can you hear anything? Are you here? And then Rex as well. But Chosen's I think new to the stage, but I want to test the mic.
Hey Rex.
What's up, guys?
I guess.
There he is. Chosen's here. So I play poker with Chosen, and also I've been seeing you around all the spaces lately as well.
Yeah, buddy.
Both really cool guys. I actually thought, you know, Max and Chosen, both when I talk to you guys, I think of either of you a little bit. So I've been wanting to introduce you guys.
Aw.
Yeah. Man, I had a little bit of trouble logging in here, man. Zane's sick today. Asher was sick last week. So, man, he's been fucked.
Well, thanks for
Hey, you
joining.
guys need to be on Ransom Show,
Hey, bro.
man. Sitting there talking about Hollow Earth theory and Antarctic, and it is strange shit, man. I love this
Hey, we can now.
conversation.
We
I'm gonna
actually
have to
switched
take
the
a ball
time.
hit now.
Yes, perfect. That's actually, I saw
But
ransoms
this stuff
too.
like
We
in
switched the time so
the-
we can make ransoms and then come over here. So anyways, I did see that. We conflicted before. So now he hopefully can make it over to ours as well.
Yeah, man.
You know, I think the way that things are going, we're going to get a new god, the AGI, right? And at the same time, we're going to have the aliens be revealed to us. And like, we're in for some major paradigm shifts in the world, I believe.
Maybe the manifestation of the Trinity or something like that, right? Little G God, big G God, or yeah, sorry. Now you got me on one. He's talking long hits.
I'm not even chiming in because then I'd just be talking about this for the entirety of the stream.
Yeah, right.
I love
Something
it.
I could go down a giant rabbit hole on. So I think maybe we need to do a separate conspiracy theory stream.
You know, I first came across this kind of conspiracy stuff, like just talking about the Antarctic and the Arctic. I was visiting a girlfriend in Germany when I was 18. So this is what, 20 something years ago. And like, I found this weird book, and it was just so fucking out there that I was like, what? This is crazy. But it was talking about like the Foo Fighters and the Nazis with the Antarctic, the Arctic, and Admiral E. Byrd and his
Operation High Jump.
fleet going there and shit like that. And I was like, what? And then now all of this stuff's just been coming out, and you're like, jeepers, dude, this is some crazy shit.
Yeah, it gets more and more real. I used to think all these are a lot lot longer than other people. Let's just say that with all the ancient civilizations and all that stuff. I thought about that before I even read those books. I thought it. I grew up in Christian schools, so I might be a little loud here. Yeah, I had to read the Old Testament even, as like a little kid. So I was always thinking like kind of ancient stuff, and I had a
Well, the
feeling that
Bible itself speaks of giants and stuff, and if you
Yeah,
think
exactly.
about like different dimensions, angels could be, demons could
Yeah.
be different.
It talks about all that stuff. So
it's
it
all
all
very
kind of
strange.
connected to like real life, and I believed these miracles and these beings showing up. So it just made a lot of sense that they all could be tied in.
You have.
I think it's also very, very human of us to believe that we're the only species around capable of stuff. We're the peak of civilization. It's a very human thing to think that, I think.
Well, and in physics, they would be light beings because it's hard to send matter a great distance, but light, like a hologram, would be a lot easier. So having very heavenly beings being like bright lights and stuff. So yeah, all of it. I love to see all that stuff. We can go off on it, but wait, let's get to the race. Maybe after. How about that?
Yeah, let's get to the races, gentlemen. Let's get to the races.
It's a great introduction. I think now we all know.
I want to see how this goes, guys. Oh, I'm interested to see how this all plays out. This is the first time I'm viewing this, so yeah, man. 50 seconds. I'm gonna take a bong rip and enjoy the show, gentlemen. Let's go.
Sure. So we take a couple breaks. So I'll show how to use the DAP at the first couple laps, just to get everyone accustomed to using the DAP. And if anyone wants to bet against me, pop in. We're only doing. You don't have to do much because I'm going to put like maybe $3, $5 per lap or something. But if you put 50 cents or $1, you can like get a 5x if you win. That's my sales spiel to get everyone to use it. But yeah, there's gonna be some free money betting on these laps. And each one goes for, we have put about a minute and a half to bet in between. So once we get going towards the end, they go pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm going to introduce the car and the like we did last time with the website as well.
Yep. And so I'll go over the project a little bit too.
Yeah, for sure. So first up, we've got our friends Resist. This is
an AI resistance.
Yeah, AI education and awareness project from a safety perspective. Basically in a nutshell. Their car is a Lamborghini. Why is that not playing? Hold on one sec. Their car is a Lamborghini Miura, 1971. And
nice. And I'm trying to remember, and I'll give it was Resist fast. We'll look at the season totals later. But I believe it's kind of mid. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, unfortunately, Resist hasn't been doing too well in this season. So next up, we have our friends from Magic Carpet.
Heck yeah, I reached out to Magic Carpet. I sent him a DM, so hopefully he can make it. What time is it? He's in New Zealand. No wonder.
Yeah, no, it's like 3 in the morning or something. So Magic Carpet is a meme coin.
I like Magic Carpet's memes, by the way. They're great.
It's a carpet, not a rug, right? And they, God damn it, why is this not playing?
Oh, it's showing. I just saw it. It's a Tesla there. I like their memes. I was commenting that. I know, was it Toshi, one of their big memers, is from New Zealand as well. So I was wondering if that's a trend in New Zealand.
The next up we have tonight is Based Peplo, also a good group of Chads.
And yeah, Quigley invited Quigley out as well. We'll see. It's not too late for him, so he's got to show up one day. Because remember, Rain said on Friday, if people don't show up, he's just going to start shitting on them. So make sure you get contact with them. Make sure they show up at least once. Say hi.
Why is this not playing instantly? I don't understand.
We got L Rock Hubbard as well. I'm in a chat with him. I keep inviting him out. He hasn't made it yet.
Well, he joined us last year. So
yeah. Okay, we'll let it carry over. We'll let it carry over for a season.
Hey guys, how do I find you guys on YouTube? Like, okay, so you're on my phone right now, right? and my boys are home sick today, and Asher loves Hot Wheels, so I want Asher to watch this. So I'm in YouTube. How do I find you guys?
So it'll be
base
/ at base_racer. So it's
Oh, damn. So, okay,
youtube.com
so I'm in
/
search. Give me a second.
Yeah, I tried to do a search. It's hard. It doesn't always show up with Base Racer, but you can check. But if you do, that's why it's easier if you put it in the URL and add the at @base_racer.
Yeah, so on my
Yeah.
TV, it doesn't have a spot for me to do a forward slash.
Okay.
Maybe it does. Hold on. Yeah, it does. I'm horrible at technology. Sorry, guys.
No worries. That's
Okay,
why I
so
wanted
forward
you to meet Matt.
slash.
You guys can both work together on it.
Oh my god, I'm not going to. I pay people to do things like that for me. Damn it, I'm making an effort though.
That's working together.
Hey.
I have a little.
We have to do.
I have a little
Max-
forward slash, but it's low. Oh wait, there it is. Okay,
I'm just
forward slash.
Max-
Then what?
/
yeah, at
at
base racer. Base_racer.
at base_racer.
At
So you got to put the at thing.
then underscore. Then base racer. Okay, give me a second.
No. So it's
No.
at base_racer.
Okay, so I didn't need that line at the beginning.
Yeah, no, not underscore at the beginning, just in the middle.
I'll
Use
repeat
that.
it. So it's youtube.com / at base
At
_
underscore base racer. So at underscore base racer.
No, at
Yeah.
base.
No, at base. Yeah, now you got me
racer.
confused.
God
Yes.
damn it.
At base_racer. We definitely should have done this before you took the bong hit.
This is why you don't want somebody who's closer to
I meant-
50 than 40 to do this.
At base_racer. At base_racer. And that's actually perfect. Anyone watching the live stream or if they're sleeping into this, they're gonna remember it tomorrow. At base.
Yeah, repeat it again. That's 1-800 at base.
_ racer.
It's burning my head too. Great work, Max. Now I got it for my shield spaces.
Yeah, buddy.
It is just easier to watch on YouTube or on Twitch, or Chosen you can watch on the DAP, I guess. All
I
right,
want
so
the big screen, man. I want the big screen.
You know what? And I'm actually, well, I'm going to do better. I can actually switch back and forth to make this big, but I have not been doing that. And I just realized it's this week. So, every week we get a little bit better. This first month, I think we worked out all the kinks. Everything works now.
So what you can do when you make the screen bigger like that is when it goes to the actual racing section, then you can go to widescreen. So you cache the whole race like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, my bad. I missed
so-
it this week. We keep jumping back and forth between Restream and YOLO. There's been a lot of hiccups, but I think we got it smooth now.
So at base underscore racer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then you got
youtube.com /
/
at base_racer.
And then
Right,
now there's
so
a new
looking
one
at our
on the screen here for the DAP to place your bets. You got baseracer.bet. I should mute me for Chosen so I don't confuse them. Don't forget, keep with the other one. But for anyone else watching, go to the DAP now to make a bet, and that's here on the screen for you.
So
And
our
this is
cars are, the order of the cars, they look dirty, and that's because of the graphite, because I add graphite to all of their wheels to help them go faster. We've got the GM base with the left and the yellow with the, we've got Magic Carpet with the orange. We've got Peplo bottom left with the yellow, this bottom right with the white. I'm going to give you a minute and a half to place your bets.
Ooh, I gotta go quick. So I'm gonna show it, but I gotta remember which car's in which position. So the good thing is you can see it on the DAP. So I'm gonna share my screen now. And I can still see. So here in the live stream, we can see it. See the orange dot purple car is Magic Carpet. So I'm gonna do Magic Carpet for the lap. I gotta connect my wallet. I should have done this before. I gotta log in 1 sec. Forgot to unlock my wallet. There we go. Okay, so you can bet right now because the race hasn't started. For anyone looking to place a bet, oh, I'm sharing my screen. Dang it! I thought I'd be able to see the cars still. So I'm going to do the full race. I think I'll bet on Magic Carpet because I just reached out to him recently. I'm going to put $5. So easy click buttons, or you can drag the slider. Place my bet, and it's in AYB, by the way. If you don't have AYB, it's super easy to do that right here on the DApp as well. So luckily I have AYB already, which I think everyone should. Always hold a little bit. Zero block meme, don't forget, not going anywhere. So if you don't have it, just go up here to the top and click buy AYB. Super easy. Uses one of the major aggregator exchanges. And then bet on lap.
You need ETH for gas.
Yes, you need ETH for gas, of course, for like anything on base. So I'm betting $3 on Magic Carpet for the first lap. So I got the race bet on them, a lap bet, and I'll throw just another 1 lap bet on GM base. Why not? I'll put $3 or so, and that's how you place a bet. Between laps, you only have about a minute and a half, but it's super fast to bet on these laps. And back to the race here. Oh, caught his hand there. You got a glimpse of the infamous Max hand. Occasionally shows up on screen. The other day we saw Max nipple. If you can go back to must be hot in South Africa.
Yeah. It's we're in the cusp end of or the tour, so it gets very hot. Yeah, I was shirtless. I thought it was my face that had shown, so I washed it just now to make sure, and it was actually just a nipple. So I doxed my nipple.
So you can go back and find that. But let's talk about the track too, because a lot of people think this track is CGI or fake or something. This
I'm gonna step away from my mic now, but I'll show you with my hands quick.
So yeah, Chosen, that's what I was talking about. This is a live track, and it's huge. So I've looked at other YouTube videos and YouTube tracks. They're they're nowhere near this long and this fast. Let's put it that way. They're kind of short, and they're kind of, to me, a little cheesy. This one, there's a lot of action. There's a lot of crashing and bouncing around, and you can do the live bets on it, which makes it really exciting.
Speaking of, I just got my bets in, so ready to go.
Nice. Oh, awesome. So we got action. There's some action on it. We had 4 people betting last week. I think it's going to be exponential. This next coming week, we have the finals. So all the projects that are in the finals, we'll be doing some big giveaways for those tokens. So I think we should have a pretty good turnout there. Okay, starting in 5 seconds here. Where's that noise?
Asher's watching.
Awesome. We usually have a background noise, but here we go. We're off. We have, who's that? The lead. I forgot all these cars.
That's Magic Carpet.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I got to bet on Magic Carpet. Way ahead. Magic Carpet's way in the lead, but there's going to be some sliding around on these corners here. And then the lanes merge right here.
Oh,
if he slows down, he slowed down. Uh-oh. Cars are coming. Did he slow down enough?
Oh, uh-oh.
And will he make the final corner? No. He got passed. Oh, no, at the last minute.
Was that GM that one?
Base. That was GM base.
Oh, and I took it.
You took it?
Yeah.
Oh, did I have any on GM? I had a little bit on GM base. Okay. I actually didn't realize they were in the front lane by betting on them. So we split my other money. So that's it was a good hedge. Look at this. On the last corner, there is a little bit of a pebble here, and that's where he gets stuck. And the rest just went right around. Congrats to GM base, followed by Resist. Yeah, I don't think that's a fast lap time. I think it was a pretty slow lap.
All right. So
did it get my bet? I'm not seeing it in the history.
Oh, did not go
well,
through.
you should be better. You should be able to bet on lap 2. Oh snap!
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm still
Oh
waiting.
no, I got it. It just wasn't updating.
Yeah, gotta refresh. That's all. I think you're good. Let me see. I just refreshed mine. History. Oh, no, mine still says waiting. Maybe it's just.
Hold on. Yeah, I need to just close off lap 1. Damn it.
Okay.
All right. So our lap winner is GM Base.
So Rex is winning 16 million AYB.
Ooh.
Congrats, Rex. At one point, that was like $30. Wait, I'll probably more than that.
Just have to keep stacking then.
Hey, stack while it's low. You know, there's not that many tokens in the liquidity pool for the price. That's you know, some technical analysis we can get into later. But now is a pretty good time to be getting a little bit of AYB. Not financial
Sorry,
advice.
okay. There we go. All right.
But this is where we want people
So-
getting in with like $10 to place bets. That's like the perfect, you know, type of engagement we want with our token right now. Okay, we got GM Base with 5 points and Base Peplo. I was wrong. I thought Resist got second. It's Base Peplo that got second, and then no finish for third and fourth.
Yeah, Resist and Magic Carpet crashed on that last bend. I'm declaring the winners on the DApp, so you should be able to claim if you bet on GM Base there.
Okay, I'll share my screen real quick. Oh wait, let's see what the cars are first. So for the next lap, we got GM Base in the front and the yellow car, Resist in the white car in the front. We got Magic Carpet in the back and Peplo behind GM Base. So I think I'm going to be going for. I think I'm going to do GM Base again. Yeah, I'm just going to do one this time.
All right, I'm gonna do Resist.
Just going to do one. Sometimes I usually like to do two. This one I'm feeling just one. Let's do $3 is always like my range right now. Because I do a lot of bets. I use my own money. And each one of these, again, I see 10x. So these are like $30 bets in my head.
Yeah, everyone's super excited and happy because ETH is doing like 1%. It's a fucking bear market.
Oh yeah, just wait till the wait till the meme coins come back again. Okay, so I can claim. Show this real fast. Claim from last lap. And I got my bet in, so I'm back to the race. You know, I think I forgot to widescreen it again during the race. I'll remember on this one. We need a code word. Remind me to go full screen.
You're back on me, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna close bets when the timer runs down.
Ooh, better idea. I leave this as default, and I only show people occasionally.
All right, I'm closing the bets.
So how did Asher like it? I thought I heard him in the background.
Yeah, about it. Yeah, he likes it. I couldn't get it on the big TV, which would make it a lot more exciting for him.
Which
but
one?
dude, can you guys walk me through the track a little bit whenever you get a chance? Like, what am I
So
looking
there's
at?
so it's going to be 2 lanes, and then we rotate each car each lap. So there's 4 laps, so that way every car gets a turn in each position. Because obviously the front 2 cars, I forgot, I like to mention this every time. The front 2 cars generally have the advantage, but not every time. So it's maybe, I don't know, 20%, 80% front wins, or 25, 75. So that way you kind of want to gauge your odds and expectations that way. And yeah, so they start in 2 lanes, and then they merge partway down the track. So then they're all in kind of one shared lane, and that's where you get all that kind of bumping and grinding. And then there are portions. The second to last turn, he recently kind of made it a little bit slipperier. Not sure if it is this time around. And then the last turn, there's kind of like a little pebble-ish thing sticking in the track that tends to give people trouble. So that way it encourages more action and bumping and crashing and that sort of thing. So keep it out for those.
The track looks digital. Like it looks
Yeah, it's
digital.
not.
What's
Everybody says that.
happening?
So that's what we have to tell people every time, and maybe really talk about that. This is IRL. Like he hand paints and puts decals on every single one of these cars. This whole thing is built.
It
3D printed.
it looks computer. It looks like I'm looking at a computer, but I know the cars are real. He talked about the graphite. Hey man, I was a Boy Scout. I was putting graphite on wheels when I was 5 or 6, so I get it. And then I was thinking, but like it looks digital. So what the hell? How could you hand paint it to make it look like it's on a computer?
I'm going to do the next lap, and then I'll walk you through what. Actually, hold on. This is my time, right?
Yeah,
So,
whenever you get a chance, walk me through the process. That it's
incredible. No, go ahead. So because this right here for sure, that looks fake, especially these little like promo videos. It looks.
That's a real track. It's a Hot Wheels track.
A real one?
Yeah, it's a real
close
Hot Wheels
up
track.
Yeah, just very close.
Look at the cars racing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the track is custom designed and 3D printed. Then it's got LED lights that I can control the intensity of, and all the buildings were designed by architect model builders. I can change the lights inside them, the color temperature, and then we had a ton of really expensive little miniature people made. So this is all Hot Wheels 1/64 scale. Like there's Toshi, we had custom memes made and stuff. There's Base God, and then billboards in the back with lighting and stuff like that. So a lot of little attention to detail has gone into this.
That is insane. I am so impressed with it, man. Yeah, there's Jesse Polak. I mean, I love this. This is incredible. So man, are we almost ready for the next race?
Yeah, and we're the only people in
over Max more. That's great. I love it when people recognize how awesome this is. This is we want to see it.
I'm the details guy, man. The details are everything to me. So I mean, this is wild because I'm expecting orange track because I have thousands of dollars worth of Hot Wheels stuff because I got 2 little dudes on my team. So they're all orange though. So this is wild. Yeah, I mean, I love it. It is so cool. And then also, as a guy who's bought a shit or a lot, an S load of I don't know how kid friendly this is, but I bought a lot of Hot Wheels cars. So you're looking on the package, right? And it would say like, hey, here's the speed 1 out of 10. How is this playing into what people are picking to sponsor their brand?
Well, that's
you
a
mean
good question.
From the car?
Let's get into that one after this lap. Let's get a lap in, and then let's talk about that. Because I think that we might want to talk to you, pick your brain about. Yeah.
Yeah, re-ask me the question. I'm going to do the lap quick, and then we'll get back to it. 1 sec.
Yeah, because we got 8 laps to get through. But no, this is Max's time though. I love when Max gets excited about the racing, because sometimes Max can be a little pessimistic about the market. But when we get happy Max, we like to keep him around longer. Okay, so I got, what did I pick? Yeah, I picked GM base. The yellow car in the front.
Yeah, I've got the white car next to you.
Oh yeah, you got to remember who's in back, because often the back car pushes the front car. So as you can see right here, the car behind Resist is a little bit faster and keeps bumping and pushing them. Okay, Resist held him off, slowed him down.
Where'd it go? It flew off the track.
Off the track. What? And clears that last corner to win. We got Magic Carpet. Magic Carpet is my full race bet, so I'll take that win, even though I lose my lap bet. From behind, too. So, yes, second place. Wow, there it goes. Fatality. Big time crash. Yikes. So I was correct. I did remember that Magic Carpet was a fast car. And it's in the lead now.
So, Captain, if we both pick Magic Carpet as the overall race winner, then does that mean we just get our money back?
Yes, exactly. So you picked Magic Carpet too?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, we just get our money back. But then what happened just now, though, I think, is neither of us put our money on them, so Max gets the money.
I wonder what happened with Resist there. It like literally just jumped off of the track. So weird.
Yeah. Is there a pebble up there? We were talking about adding like little
No.
grenades or the track, but
There's no pebble on that specific spot. I mean, that's like in the middle of the runway, like or the main track.
yeah,
So
we've never seen that.
Yeah,
And
I think
it
he just went
it was-
sideways, and then Magic Carpet took him out, pushed him off track.
Yeah,
just,
maybe
like
we've never seen that though. It's crazy.
decided to end his life.
I wish we caught it. It was behind. If we see replay, it looks like it was behind the track, so we missed the angle on it. Because yeah, it just looked like it just fell out of nowhere.
Let's have a look, maybe there.
So it's right about
Oh,
here, right?
Oh, no,
that's
he just-
not-
Oh,
so he-
no!
by himself.
Yes, he slid. Yep. Okay, we
he
didn't
hits
get the
the
angle.
corner. He hits the corner and then he rebounds
Comes
off
back
of it.
hard. Yeah, rebounds,
Boom.
and then just he grinds it up and over. It just says, "Nah, Magic Carpet gets it."
Yeah, that's some shitty racing. All right, so our score so far. What was the question that you had chosen that you were?
So he was talking about. I didn't.
Oh.
The reason I wanted to give it more time is I didn't know they had these rankings on the package. So they actually tell you on the package what kind of a speed to expect.
Yeah, so when you're buying a car, on the package you have a ranking of 1 to 10 for speed, and what you'll find is some of the stupider looking cars, have the highest speed rankings. So I was wondering how that went into play when people are picking a car that they want to represent their brand. Are they asking you guys, hey, what's the speed ranking on this particular car, or what's going on?
It's weird. I didn't know that they had that. I tend to go for cars. So when I'll buy a whole bunch and then I change the wheels usually for FTEs, faster than ever wheels, and then I race them physically to make sure that they are up to speed with the rest of the cars. But yeah, I didn't actually know that. Huh. It's good to know.
Yeah, because that is good to know because he tries to make them evenly matched, but we've thought about that. Like we kind of joke about it a little bit. Like, hey, if you have a higher market cap token, or if you show up, or if you pay us on the side, we can give you a faster car. But it's something, we have kind of considered because also the speed isn't what defines who wins. Just so everyone knows, that's what's so exciting about this track that Max has built. Is a lot of times the fastest cars don't win. Because they're too fast, they bounce around too much, or there's a variety of reasons.
And also, I just thought I'd throw it out there. It'd be really fun. Asher also has, I think, about like 30 of the monster trucks. The Hot
unfortunate
monster truck, bro.
So you can
Do
see
like
there
an
in this.
off-road ramp, jump course. I don't know. Do something with the monster trucks one day once this hits its peak or whatever. Let's go.
We are talking about that for sure. Other games like BattleBots even, and we have quite a few ideas because we don't have to do just these races. We want to expand on it.
I think monster trucks would be fun if you built a big basically ramp, right? You know how skateboarders at X Games, they fly up and it measures how high they go. So have the monster truck, basically you got this thing, it's got all the, by foot, see how high the monster truck goes? That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I got a
that's
million
cool.
ideas. I'm just always, I'm stoned and shit. This is what I do. I just throw shit out there.
No, that's a cool idea. I think the problem is with my track is that that dual lane track that you see in the image, it's not wide enough for the bigger trucks. I do have a monster truck here actually.
And
Yeah,
as you
don't
notice, it's not a track you can take down. Just you notice how professional it is.
No,
It's
that thing's
like
permanent,
a
man. That thing
yeah,
is built.
pretty permanent. For at least a
Yeah,
while.
it's one. Man, that's the nicest one I've seen. And Asher was big onto the YouTube videos, watching these guys that had tracks like that. Seriously, just to have a height competition, because you could have the camera pull it in slow mo, right? So the monster truck goes down the ramp. You're seeing, it's a height competition. Which one's gonna go the highest? It hits up, and then in slow mo camera, you're watching it creep up into the inches. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Hey, you're on the team. You bring your ideas, and we'll bring the community to bet on it, and we'll make it. That's kind of we're looking to partner with anyone that has some wild ideas to get people to use this app.
Teamwork makes the dream work, man. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We have the sound. Did we not have the sound for a while? I feel like it just came back on. Okay, so there's usually sound, by the way. So here we go. You're getting something new every lap.
How come it's showing the DAP? Because it's your screen.
Wait, is it showing my screen still?
I don't know if I'm just getting lag.
No, you're probably getting lag. Yeah, you might have every once in a while.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
The stream lag.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna close the bets for this lap, and we can get going.
I placed 2 bets. Also chosen a little bit of our background for AYB. We built a DApp, an on-chain DApp, like it was out like a year ago now, or 8 months ago. It just we didn't have. It was similar to this, is PvP betting, but all done on chain through Base, and we couldn't get the usage at the moment to make using on chain viable, which happens a lot. I think a lot of people that are into kind of crypto, Web3. They maybe realize that over time that a lot of Web 2 things aren't necessarily replicated better on chain right away. It's certain aspects should be, and over time it's becoming more viable. I think now you can see it is a little bit more, but we still need a little bit more users in order to make it worthwhile for the trade-off, I guess, which is the kind of security trade-off of whether or not it's internal. It's because no one's really going to run off with a little money, but once it becomes a lot of money, then it makes more sense to come on chain. So for anyone that doesn't know us, we love prediction markets for a while now and have built on-chain versions of this. When we get to that capacity, that's we have the evolution of this already built.
That's pretty wild. I mean, I'm impressed with it. Anything that has to do with the building is in the dApps, and then you're trying to implement that with betting. Like, I'm bullish on that. I've been looking for some stuff like that with Chosen. Like, I've been toying around with several different ideas. We'll have to talk about that off air. Let's race.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, and I bet on one false alarm, at least one every race. Yeah, there we go. I can't remember who I bet on this one, so there'll be a surprise for me when we get to it. And for those that don't know how me and Chosen met as well, it was through poker. So I recommend, I like to show that as well. Aftermath poker every Friday. I've been trying to get Rex out there. I think he'll show up one of these days, and it's grown pretty big. We get like 20 people playing for at least 2 tournaments every Friday, and it's just a lot of fun to hang out in the chat. It's off stream, but a lot of the personalities are on stream personalities, so it's a fun time.
Sounds like they got something going on starting this Tuesday too.
Oh yeah, I'll start showing that next. Okay, here we go. We got a close one this time. Okay, Magic Carpet again does seem to be the fastest car. It pushes whoever's in front of him. And I believe that's Peplo. It's hard to tell. No, Resist, Peplo are both white. Magic Carpet chasing him down. Can he catch him? Oh, backwards. Style points. Backwards win. That was one of the closest first, second, thirds we've ever had. Is that? Hold on, I gotta know who this is with that kind of style. They've just become, I think, my new favorite car. They're like, nah, I got too much of a lead. Winning's too easy at this point. For no reason at all. For no reason at all. I'm just gonna go backwards here. Here, I'll give you some time. Here you go.
He still wins, though.
And still takes the win. Yep. And that was Resist.
Yep.
Okay, cool. That was Resist. Getting hit by GM Base there at the end for second place and Magic Carpet for third.
Just want to confirm that. So
That was a fire ending, man. That thing just
Boom.
popped
Yeah,
around, said,
bastards.
"What's up, dudes? What's up?"
Yeah, it was showing off. I bet he turned off the engine too.
Okay, so our lap winner for that one was Resist. So Resist, GM Base, and Magic Carpet. Okay, and our scoreboard is as follows. Just gonna set up the next lap quick.
Okay, scoreboard. We got GM Base leading the pack with 8 points, Magic Carpet with 6, Resist with 5, and Base Pepla with 3. So at this moment, I don't think we've seen a race like this, like maybe ever. I'm only saying that because it's anyone's game right now. Anyone can win if Base Peplo, because they get 5 points for first place. If GM Base gets last, that's a tie. We could potentially see a 4-way tie for the first time ever. That's what I'm rooting for now. If it goes, Base Peplo first, Resist second, Magic Carpet third, GM Base fourth, so the reverse order here, we're going to see a tie.
I hate ties.
I know, but it'll be magical. It'll be magical for the rest of us. You just have to work a little more.
All right, so we've got Magic Carpet in position 1 with the orange, Peplo with the yellow, Resist bottom left with the white, and GM Base bottom right with the pink. Bets are open for lap 4.
Magic Carpet's the obvious choice here.
Yes, I think it is. But it could, if it crashes, there is a chance. I'm going to let you bet on Magic Carpet. That's what you get. You're going to get whatever I bet. I'll put a little bit on everyone but Magic Carpet. How about that? I'll put $1.50 or something. Oh, no, actually, now you don't know how much I'll put. I'll put 10 cents.
You want to show the screen, the DAP?
No, sorry. I just got distracted. I forgot I was supposed to show it. Oh, wait, no. Okay, about that. Everyone but $1. And this way, someone's guaranteed to win. That way, Max can't win. Haha. Max loves it when no one bets on the winning car because he gets the tokens.
I wish.
That's the way it should be.
I don't know. I've been saying it so much.
I'll be up $7 by now. So.
Yeah, I'm committed to it, so it goes to him.
And I'll be up about $8 by now.
Yeah, it goes to his AYB funds. He can use it to do giveaways. I mean, that's essentially what this is. What it's all about. We have from all these projects tokens to start doing giveaways to get more viewership. We haven't really even tapped into yet. So that's all these project tokens he has. We have a couple $1,000s worth to give away. So we're going to use that strategically to get maybe either different giveaway programs and things like that. Sorry, I'm not going fast enough. I had to refresh for a second.
Just give me a shout out when you're back on me, because I think I got a bit of lag here.
I think I got it. I had to refresh the page. That might have caused something. Let's see. Yeah, but they all went through. So sometimes you might have to just refresh occasionally since this is live. But yeah, the bets went through. And back to you.
All right, let's do this.
So like Rex said, it is most likely going to be Magic Carpet Purple Car in front.
Closing
But I
the
like
bets.
Dogs.
Okay.
And then a reminder, after this race, we do have one more race with 4 other projects coming up. Oh, we're not getting the sound, just letting you know, Max. I'm not hearing the beeps. Oh, wait, there we go. Sorry. We are. And they're off. We got Magic Carpet in the lead like we expected. Here we go. Actually, yeah, definitely the lead. They're going to be way ahead. We are, relying on them to crash. We need them to crash now at this point, or slide out. Sometimes they skid out and go sideways. That would be ideal here. This is a slippery corner. No, there we go. A little slower there. Slow enough to almost stop. It was
almost got past
from behind. If they hadn't gotten in the way, that could have been a pass. But they did get bumped and they get pushed through in first place, giving them the lead not only for the lap but the race. And who was that coming up behind? Who almost made God bleed there? Racing, and no, it cuts off. Yeah, it was Resist.
Yeah,
Resist at the end. So this is gonna be close standings. Definitely Magic Carpet wins, but every point counts in these pre-season or during season laps or races. All of them go towards your total points and your placement.
Yeah, I'll show the global leaderboard in a sec. All right, so our winner for that was Magic Carpet.
Congrats, Magic Carpet. And congrats, Rex. We get our money back. Both of us betting on Magic Carpet for the win. But hey, at least we beat Max on that. Max, you had a chance to win like $5. Oh, I don't know how much you bet. Max had a chance to win like $5. So we took it out of his pocket. Hey, just go with it, Max.
So,
the longer I go with this, you're just going to get to pocket that. No, like I said, use it for the project.
I'm happy. That's fine. So our winner tonight is Magic Carpet. That's right. GM Base doing well. GM Base and Resist haven't picked up any points in the races so far. So this is a good night for both of them.
Oh, wow. You're telling me in 3 weeks they had gotten last place?
Well, someone's got to finish last. There can only be one winner.
Wow. Well, congrats to them.
Our winner tonight is Magic Carpet.
So do we know, are they in the running for top 8 here? Because this is the final week of preseason. So if they're not top 8 now, they're definitely not going to be in top 8, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I mean, you'll see now that the points. Oh shit! So the screen there, the points are really tight at the bottom end of the top 8. So I do expect this top 8 to change significantly, at least from like midway down. But yeah, GM Base and Resist, these are the first points they've picked up in our event.
Where's
Peplo won the other game. Peplo was doing well.
Where's Magic Carpet at? I'll go look.
You guys there?
Oh yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, I just tuned out there for a sec. All right, so I'm gonna set up the next little race.
Okay.
Just give me a couple minutes and I'll be back.
Perfect. While you do that, I'll view the global leaderboard. Okay, Magic Carpet I see has 8, and Peplo had 8 prior to this. So with Magic Carpet getting 5 5 points for the win. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's 5 points, I believe, yeah, for the race win. So they're going to be up there right now, tied for first with Crash and Peapods, with Crash and Peapods yet to race this week. And Peplo with 11 is currently in the top 8, but doubtful that 11 will be good enough to maintain, but we will see. I definitely say Magic Carpet now with that performance has a chance. I'll share that here. You see Magic Carpet with Peplo here at 8. We'll be moving up in the top 8 here.
Hey guys, Zany's sick. I gotta take care of him for a minute. I got him in the bath real quick. So I'm watching though. So I'm sorry if I'm not chiming in.
Cool. Yeah, no worries. Well, not cool. That hopefully feels better. Yeah, cool. You're sticking around.
Now that Base Buster is going to be racing, I'm going to share that out on X.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you're professional. You know that it takes 45 minutes to get to the to the first race usually. Okay, loading the next race. Okay, so we get an idea of the cars because this is some time to place our first bets. Well, at least I know the cars a little bit, and we can see in the tweet. So we know Base Buster's coming up. This is going to be a difficult race because there's so many blue and dark cars here. So intermission. If anyone needs to get their coffee or refreshments, now's the time. Message your friends if you're more into these cars. It's a fresh race, fresh start. And we might possibly, I mentioned we have so many tokens from other projects at the moment. So we've only been, just recently, that's Friday, did our first giveaway. So we might have to increase our giveaway frequency to every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But yeah, definitely every Friday. We'll talk about on Wednesday. And it was a $100 giveaway last Friday. I think pretty much anyone, 50% of the people that participated won $25. So it's pretty easy money at this point. Yeah, easy to participate too. Just gotta tag 2 friends and like and share that post. And then yeah, you get the good chance of getting $25 of project tokens per event.
All right, just claimed all my winnings. I've got 105 million AYB. I'm rich.
Yeah, nice. Yep, I remember when that was over $100. So I got back to Puerto Rico today from
Nice. How's it
New
out
York.
there?
From the cold to the heat. So it's nice. I've been to the beach both past 2 days.
Jealous.
No, I need it. I'm I like to say solar powered. I grew up playing swimming and playing water polo. So my developmental years, I was always in the sun. Maybe I don't know if that's an excuse or not, but I notice I'm happier when I have a tan. So I got to be around somewhere warm.
Yeah, I think there's probably a biochemical element to that too. All the vitamin D.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a reprieve here in the weather. It's been like in the 40s or colder forever, and then finally we've hit the 70s today. It feels like summer's finally trying to make its way. Ugh.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be here for a week, and my dad I think might be moving here, so I'm gonna be going out and like driving around the island, checking out different like different properties and things like that.
So we have Basebuster,
Woo-hoo.
our good friends Basebuster, and then they have
Yeah, first
this beautiful Toyota Supra.
And a little bit about Basebuster Project for those that don't know. RWA project, which is super hot topic right now. I've been actually just watched a Coin Bureau talk about it. There's another good news source, but it's definitely gonna be hot in the market. For those that don't know what's going on with managing the dollar. Anyways, I don't want to get into it. We can get into it too much, but RWAs are going to be extremely attractive to investors, especially with everything that Trump's doing. You're getting closer and closer to being realized. And I even worked on an RWA project like 3 years ago. So these things aren't like, just popping up from like yesterday. They have developed over quite a few years, and the real ones, I think, have a good shot at making impact soon here. I know I was hoping for it 3 years ago, but I think we are really close to that time now, especially with everything going on in regulation with Trump.
Yep, that's why we're building right now, because it's coming. And so what we're doing is tokenizing ultra rare collector cars for fractional ownership and recurring yields on the revenue that they generate. That's it in a nutshell.
And super smart. That's what everyone's talking about. I just on a few spaces talking about memes and people just discussing the market and how down memes can be, and whether or not is this even going to be a cycle. And I think part of the cycle is it cycles between the attention. Like obviously we saw some AI, but everything I'm feeling in the trenches here is utility, and utility is going to be the next, I think, push or play. And RWA falls under very massive potential utility. Like you said, these things are real world revenue generators. That's real world utility coming on chain. And I think after all the memes, people are getting more interested in these.
The problem is, I think that everyone in crypto already understands that you make money off of memes. The issue for me is that people coming from outside, retail in inverted commas, they're not going to be throwing tons of money into memes that have no value really. And utility is something that people can understand, and it generates revenue, or it should generate revenue. So from an investment point of view, it makes a lot more sense. Utility projects make a lot more sense in that way. No hating on memes. I love memes, but yeah. All right. So next up we have
enough for all of the projects, and that's why it just kind of cycles between the attention. I like to say, yeah. And then next up, we got Lumpy, the moose in town. That's all I know about him. Well, yeah, you show him one. The moose.
Lumpy is driving a sexy ass Corvette C7, and then we have next up we'll have our friends Crash. Crash is a meme based on the call or influencer Crash. Dev Dicey's good, also appeared on our show a couple times. A good bunch of people.
Yeah, they have a pretty strong community. Crashy's Clay from YouTube, he goes as. It made a lot of people a lot of money. I've been meaning to check out his YouTube stuff lately because the market's down. That's where he gets his name, Crash. He would call bear markets and do pretty well trading, like shorting. And yeah, if you're interested in like short trades, how to trade in a bear market, Crashiest Clay is who they are the attribute token to. And the dev is a pretty solid guy, and they have a great community.
Then we have Base.
I haven't seen him in a while. I'm trying to reach out to him. If anyone knows Crash, reach out to him. Send those guys our way. Yeah, they used to host spaces like all the time, and I haven't seen him in a while.
This is Base Monsters next. They're a very good group of guys as well. They are doing a version of like a Pokemon style art project, NFTs and whatnot. I don't know why the website pops up like this, but they are a fast car as well. Actually, all of these cars tonight at this race are pretty fast, and they have a very sexy Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. All right. So now that we know what our cars are, we'll go into the first lap. So we've got Lumpy with the pink, Base Monsters with the orange dot, Crash with the yellow, and Base Busters bottom right with the white dot. Bets are open.
Okay, I'll share my screen here. I know who I want, but maybe I didn't want to share. Okay, you're going to see who I'm going to bet on. I think I got a good feel on this one. I have seen past races. See, eventually I'm going to start, people aren't watching or paying attention. I'm going to start saying slow cars are fast in order to get more people to bet on them so I win more money. So, just kidding. Would never do that to you guys. Base Monsters. I'm going to do that the full race. I do remember them being really fast. But we don't know. It's not always me that wins. All they got to do is crash one time when they were in the front lane, and they won't win.
Well, all have been consistent finishers. So most of them win, or they do really well. So it should be interesting to see who comes out on top in this one.
So far, yep.
I feel like Base Buster has
stab in the dark here that they're all in the top 10 at least, or at least in the top half of the table.
Yeah, I think Base Buster is currently like 11 in the total standings, and
and Crash is number 1.
I think we've gotten second place every single time we've raced, as far as I remember.
That is consistent, Captain consistent, and you show up all the time. I think you have to have consistency.
You're
in your
sixth.
name.
You're sixth on the table. Yeah.
No,
well,
wait,
I
what?
picked the wrong bet, and then I remember Crash is 1. So I probably picked the third fastest car, to be honest. Ooh.
Wait, where's the global? Oh, there it is. All right, let me see.
Oh yeah, I should show. I'm just busy betting my
Oh,
laps
I am.
here.
When did that happen? Okay.
And that's before your final race, even. That's crazy. You're definitely like that's almost guaranteed. I mean, if you, as long as you, knock on wood, I'll at least do that for you.
Don't jinx me,
as
bro.
long as you, yeah, as long as you don't. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. I won't even finish the statement. You know, I'll stop there. I remember Crash. Yeah, how is Crash? Yeah, they won a lot. I think they just maneuvered.
Crash
well,
has
so
won every race. Crash has won every race it's been in. I'm pretty sure. I stand corrected.
No. We got first, second. Yeah. But still, so I'm going to go, somehow I think it's going to manage to come back from behind here. So I'm going to put a couple bucks on Crash, a couple bucks on Base Monsters. And sorry if there's a little lag on my side. Actually, it's not too bad. Okay. We want to see global leaderboard here. So we can see Crash at 13 points, Peapod's 13, so tied for first. Base Monsters, okay, Base Monsters at third. So yeah, they have. Wow, we have 3 cars in the top 8 here, in the top 6. So yeah, this should be a great race.
Crap! Right.
Okay, I remember Crash's car now. Yeah, that yellow dot here. Who are they behind? So they're going to be pushing. Are they behind you, Buster? Are you in the front? I think so, or Max.
I don't know. Are you? You're back on me?
Yeah, back on you. Yep. So ready for the.
I've just got so much lag to deal with. All right, so I'm going to close the betting, and then we can get started.
Okay, start a race 1. Make sure those race bets are in.
Okay.
And share with your friends. When we do our giveaways, we will start doing these at every single week or every single race, we'll start doing giveaways. And we have decent memories. I mean, not the best, but we do recognize people that show up and share. So you'll be definitely more likely to win. We'll try not to do too many like instant repeat winners, but the people that we see sharing are more likely to get more of these tokens. So anyone watching, be sure to share the stream and tag 2 friends if you can.
All right, here we go.
One, let's see. I would love to see actually a back car win.
Me too, particularly mine.
Oh, they're gonna be close to the merge. We were right. These are all pretty equally fast cars. Base Monsters is gonna be in the lead at the merge. Pretty far lead, but I think it's too fast for itself. Starts spinning out. There we go. It slows down a little bit.
Oh,
corner,
no, he made it.
Makes the final quarter. Base Monster for the win. And we have another blue car behind for second place. I think that was Crash. I can't tell. Is that, or is that? It's about there. It's so hard when they're all blue. I don't remember this.
Yeah, I can't tell either.
That was Beamon and Crash, and Base Buster hit that last pebble.
Ah,
Oh no!
always the pebble.
I knocked on wood.
Yeah, if you don't hit that with enough speed, then you're not getting past there.
And there we go. And Crash, it has been consistent, like we said. Looking for another top placement here. But Base Monster for the win. I did have a little bet on Base Monster. Those Lamborghinis are fast.
Yeah, Lambo is usually a good option to bet on. Okay, and our scoreboard.
So after just one lap, anyone's game, we have Base Monsters with 5 points and Crash with 3. Base Buster technically has 1 point because he showed up. Any project that shows up does get a point for their community.
Yeah, I'll add that to on the final result.
Yeah. So, well, you know, anyone that knows, but anyone watching that didn't know that, just to let everyone know, any projects you see, like if you know some from Lumpy that can represent, so you can come up and represent Lumpy, and you'll get a point for the community. So it doesn't have to even be a project founder if it's just someone who wants to. Well, you got to support the community. We don't want any trolls popping up, but, but yeah, anyone from the community can pop up and talk about them.
Okay, so lap 2, we've got Base Buster in the front with the white, we've got Lumpy with the pink, we've got Base Monsters with the orange, and Crash with the yellow bottom right. What's going on?
Yikes, it's hard. Okay, I know.
Okay,
Base
so-
Buster is in front with. Yeah, okay. I see it.
All right, my bets are placed. It was an easy
Okay, you're
decision.
quick. I'm going to bet now. So obviously you're doing Base Buster. So I won't. I'll do Lumpy in the front lane there. Yeah. Do $3 or $2 there on them. And I'll do someone Crash in the back. So if I remember correctly, he just seems to, it's not often a back car wins, but I think he did a couple times. And I think it's usually a little faster, so I'm not sure if it's because I'm sharing tab or not. But, oh, it already goes through. Sometimes I think I'll have to talk to our dev about that, actually. And then Crash. So a whopping $4 of mine in the pot. But hey, all you got to do, if anyone's watching, all you got to do is bet like 50 cents, and you have a shot at least 10xing your money. And you can see on the side here, you can see all the bets that have been placed, so you know who else is betting, and then you can get an idea of the current live bets, which is great. To get an idea of the odds that are paid out each time. And back to you, Max.
Alrighty, I'm gonna close betting. All right, let's
And
get
thanks,
to the race.
For sharing the room. We see we've gotten a few more viewers showing up. So appreciate it. Everyone inviting your friends. Now we just need you to convince them to bet against you. So tell them their project sucks. You know, give them a hard time until you convince them to place a little AYB bet. And I promise this game becomes a lot more entertaining to watch. Or if you don't want to get their money, you can just come try to take our money. I think you got about $5-6 in the pot. And we're
false start.
Another false start. I think we should have Max has to get back some of the AYB he collects from missing bets each time. Anytime he false starts, how about that? We're gonna start a false start jar.
Yeah, or maybe you do a bet that it will be a false start, and then you take everybody's money.
Ooh, that sounds like you could bribe Max, though. That's
true.
That seems like an easy one to. No, Max would never take a bribe. It just we don't want to create a system that could be too tempting.
All right.
And a real start. They're off. And we got another close race between lots of blue cars.
Oh.
And they spin so much I can never tell who's who. There's another turn, another twist, and now they merge. Whoa, they are all close together. Bunch of bashing. There's a car that flipped. Walk the rest. Can this car the front
crash?
finish?
Yes. Come on, that means Buster has a chance.
Still get pushed.
No, they're all dead.
Crash in the back. Give him a blow. I want to see Max just go. Use the leaf blower. That should be an option.
Man, they were all so close.
Yeah, this placement, this ordering of cars makes for a good race for sure. A lot of jostling. If a car had gotten by, we've never had a car finish upside down, and there would be a chance on this one here. That's what I'm looking forward to. If we can have that replicated and get a little push at the end. And then what we can do actually is do a jackpot, something like that, where anyone maybe that's watching and comments during that time that I was here for the jackpot, we could do some kind of like airdrop. That's an option. No betting, just some kind of like jackpot for anyone watching. And a replay. For those that don't know, we replay the lap if no one finishes. Bets have to be won, and bets have to be lost. It's another close race. Looks to be a mirror of the last one, but it's not. This is another new race.
Oh,
all four tied up again. They are bumping.
No. Oh.
Spin. Backwards. Getting pushed. Gets around the corner.
Oh, my God.
Finishes backwards.
And Buster didn't even finish.
Oh, no. Crash. And yeah, Base Monsters second. Crash third. And so if you didn't finish, then it was Lumpy that finished backwards. Lumpy. I don't remember Lumpy being so fast. Is that a Lumpy win? A style win at that. Oh, you got knocked off. Was that Buster that?
Yeah, I got pushed off the
Base
pebble.
Monsters. Base Monsters drives dirty. It's that wedge car.
Yeah, you.
Looks like I'm gonna lose all my AYB today.
Go Max. You know, I'm sure Max can figure out a way to donate back to anyone. You can take my winnings and donate back to other people that lose it completely.
It's all good. It's only 10 months worth I got.
Yeah, all right. That was a close race.
Totally knocked off there. So our winner is Lumpy.
See, I feel bad if Rex won. If his project car won today, I wouldn't feel bad if he lost his money. But you know, you can't have him lose and kick a horse when he's down, or kick a guy when he's down. These are horses. There you go. Gotta kick him away. Kick a man when he's down. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Our scoreboard is as follows.
Okay, we got Base Monsters in first, which was my full race bet. Lumpy in second with 5 points. Crash in third with 4. Base Buster. I mean, I thought by not saying it, I wasn't going to jinx you, but maybe just talking about the jinx was enough.
Yeah.
But hey, at least you got 1 point. I want to say it's not a donut. You got 1.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 more laps left, right?
Hey, yeah, and at least,
That
you know
is
what?
right.
You were in first place at 1 point. Before the race started, you were in first. So there was always that.
Okay, lap 3 bets are open. We've got Crash with the yellow. We've got Base Buster with the white. We've got Lumpy with the pink dot and Base Monsters with the orange bottom right.
Okay, I'm going to share. Who's the yellow again?
Yellow is Crash.
Okay. I don't remember being that fast. I think Base Buster will win it, but I don't want to bet on Base Buster. This is your chance to redeem yourself, make some of your AYB back. But I do have to bet on the front car at least. I got to give it a chance
Fair.
here. Because I remember Crash being just consistent. You know, if anything happens to you, he'll be there. Base Monsters, you know, I'll put a little bit. I'll put $1, and maybe you could hedge your bet and put $1 in Base Monsters because I could see them wedging off, doing the same thing they did last time. You know, why would he change his tactics? It worked last lap, and he's right behind you again.
You know what? I'll do it. I'll throw a buck on Base Monster.
See, that's like a way to hedge, and then if it loses, hey, we each put a buck on it, and then whoever wins splits that $1, gets $1 back. Okay, and back to you, Max. See, I like to teach gambling tactics. I used to be a semi-professional gambler. By that, I mean I just didn't lose money in casinos overall in my lifetime. I made at least a little bit, which is I'll count as
Closing
semi-pro.
bets. I'm going to close the bets now. All right. Okay.
Speaking of cars, hear that? I'm in Puerto Rico. We get lots of loud cars on this road up next to. You guys should hear a Sunday on this road in Puerto Rico. That's the day that everyone goes out and they're like open air vehicles with huge speakers. I'm talking like over a dozen speakers, and they're all pointed outwards. Yeah, super loud.
Oh, who flipped? Was that me? Is that Base Buster? Who was it who won? Yeah, that was definitely Base Buster that flipped. You guys still there, or am I the only one?
Hey, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was talking. I was saying Base Monsters. Oh, I was on mute. Base Monsters totally did the damage and flipped you. So I was going off, and I was wondering, yeah. Go back to the replay of where it hits. because it was my exact prediction that base monsters would do exactly what it did the last lap because it was behind you at that time, and it wedged. It just bounced you. I think it lifted you up and it made you flip. Go back to that.
So I'll show you. I'll show you where your car ended up. I don't know if you can see it there.
Oh, yeah.
And here's Lumpy.
Didn't even make it halfway.
Yeah, that base monster car, you don't want to be in front of him. He could. That car is a little bit of a dick driver. He likes to hit cars. It's the wedge shape. It's all physics, right? At the end of the day.
Crash pretty consistent. Okay,
Makes it happen again. That's only we got one more. And there's still a chance for where we at in the totals. Sadly, Basebuster not gonna get points even. Wow, you could tie. Oh, yeah, I don't know what we do for a tie for. I don't think we've had a tie for fourth, and you would get an extra point. Never mind, there's no ties with you. But yeah, so you need to get first place. So I'm rooting for Basebuster on this one. Point. We got Basebusters in the lead of 11, Crash with 9. So close match for first and second, and Lumpy with 5 points. Lumpy doesn't have a chance to get first, so really it's just between, I would say, Base Monsters and Crash here for that first place. I have my overall bet on Base Monsters. So if Crash wins, I think, Max, you win. Did anyone bet on? I don't think anyone else bet on Crash for the full race win. So yeah, I think this one's going to be between me and you, Max.
I'm happy to win a couple of bucks. All right, so this is lap 4. Bets are open. We've got Base Monsters in the front with the orange. We've got Crash with the yellow. Base Busters bottom left with the white. And Lumpy with the pink dot bottom right.
Well, I could hedge my bet with the Crash bet here on the last lap. So that's the other strategy you could try. You could hedge your bet because if Base Monsters wins, then I win my race bet. Or I could double down on Base Monsters, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Double down here.
I'm pretty sure a number of the teams are, I wouldn't say pissed off with me, but perhaps a little bit angry because, yeah.
No one's mad at Matt. No one's mad at you, Max.
Some are consistently fast and some are not.
Hey, you can't help that, and it's not always the fastest that wins. And there's always next season, which is only a month away. We live in crypto. We didn't want to make people wait too long, so next season's only a month away. And
yeah, we're going to do this week as our final league races, and then next week we'll build up to the semifinals and a final, a nice big event there. And then we get the new cars ready and we get going with season 2. I think we've refined a lot of the stuff now in this first season and just troubleshooted a lot of things. And so I'm excited for season 2, to be honest. I'm excited for the finals, the semifinals and the finals. That should be quite fun.
Yeah, so we're going to do a big giveaway for those. So we will have a lot of betting, I believe, that time around. We might even do some airdrop of AYB to get everyone started. Just like a good drug dealer, give them their first hit. So yeah, follow us. Make sure you start sharing because, like I said, we will remember you for sharing. And yeah, we just want people to start using and testing this app. So yeah, if we see you sharing these posts, we'll ask for your wallet. We can send you some AYB to get started if that's anything stopping you.
So bets are closed and we're going to jump right into it. 4th lap, ladies and gents.
And by the way, if you have a gambling addiction, I'll put a number on screen later. So don't do it. We don't want that kind of energy. But yeah, this is all for fun, which is why we're saying just bet a couple bucks. I realize that this Puerto Rican road is perfect for this. There's always loud cars coming by here.
Yeah,
Mike-
they love their JDM cars there too. My business partner sells a lot of cars to folks in Puerto Rico.
I do love the cars. Okay, I hedged my bet a little bit and put $1 on Crash because I can't let Max beat the lap and full race win on me. So if either of the front 2 cars win, I'll at least get my money back. So Crash is a hefty lead right here.
Yeah, Crash is
We need
fast.
that to slow down. We need that to spin out a little bit. Okay. Oh, there's this. Oh, a flip. I think something happened in the back. Base Monsters in trouble. Crash to an easy win. Glides in. I get my money back. Yeah, something did happen to Base Monster. Right here, Base Monster around that turn. There's. Oh no, I didn't see anything. No, he's still up. Base Monster's still there, and then kind of disappears up in the top. But yeah, like we said, Crash, easy win. No one in sight. And was that Lumpy? I think Lumpy came in at the end there.
That's right. Damn,
shout out to
Base Buster, I'm sorry, man.
Damn, I just have 81 cents of AYB left. Not my day.
Oh no! And you know what's gonna happen too is like some whale's gonna come in and buy up the whole floor, and then you won't be able to get that back for like less than $80. And you're like, oh,
Well, that's
no.
why I'll just go ahead and buy some more as soon as we're done here.
And that's how we do it here at AYB, and convince people to. That's how you convince your friends, guys. That's a sales pitch. And go out there, share with your friends, get them here to come gamble, take their AYB, so that way they can buy some more. That's how you grow the family. No, usually I'm losing,
That winner
honestly.
was Crash. And our scoreboard, we have Crash as the winner, Base Monsters with 11, and Lumpy with 8. And unfortunately, Base Buster with 1 point, but it still doesn't finish in the top 3, so it doesn't get any points for this race, despite
Damn.
Yeah,
bonus
but we're
point.
talking about that one too. We've considered adding a point.
Actually, you know what? No, yeah, no, this point, this bonus point, goes onto your tally irrespective, right? So
Okay. So does that keep me in the top 10?
I just need to pull up the
it was
lead.
on two.
Let me just pull up the leaderboard quick. All right, let me just finish this off. So our winner was Crash. There's our race winner. Congratulations, Crash. Pretty damn consistent.
Now we just got to get him to show back up. I think we can get him for the finals.
All right, so our global leaderboard. This isn't including points from tonight. So Crash maintains his lead. Base Monsters will go up to second for the time being, and Base Buster with 11. You will be tied with DGen and Weeping Plebs. So it'll go alphabetically. So seeing as you get to 11 points, you'll be fourth after tonight.
I went up in the standings.
Yeah, so if you look at the global leader, if you look at the screen there, I've got the global leaderboard up. So if we include the points for tonight, because the leaderboard there doesn't, I haven't updated it yet. So Crash will go up to 18 points, and then Base Monsters will go into second position with 14 points, and then you get a point which puts you in 11th or on 11 points. But because the leaderboard works alphabetically, you'll move up to fourth position, and then once we race the other cars, the scores will change.
All right. Well, hopefully I can maintain that and get into the semifinals.
Yeah, the bottom half of that table is pretty tight, so it's a bunch of 10s, 9s, 8s. So the landscape will change by Friday, that's for sure.
Yeah, and if we were to accept bribes, it'd only be from people that showed up. I'm just gonna say it.
Good to know.
I'm laughing, but I'm not really. No, I am. I can't just anyone who's watching. There's like literally fuck all I can do to make a guaranteed win here. I can't.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
that's what
determine like.
that's what we joke
Like
about.
there's
Is we only joke about
yeah.
the stuff that is that you can't control. So like right now, or without betting. So with like the season standings, there's no bets you can place in the full season. It's just per race. So I wouldn't mind if we were to we can add a point for if you show up, that sort of thing, and add that mid-season because there's no betting on it. But when it comes to each per lap, Max can't control. There's no nothing he can do that he for sure is going to make it win the race. Maybe it goes faster, but he also makes these cars spin out when they go too fast. So that won't necessarily make it better.
No, and I can't control a particular car. So if I put something on the track, then it's fair game for any car to get affected by it. So there's literally once that remote triggers and the cars start moving, there's nothing. There's no one driving them. There's no remote control. It's Hot Wheels. So there is just no guarantee. As much as drive perhaps and crime would be attractive at some point to some people.
It can't be bought. We can't be bought.
It's not in my scope at the moment. I'll work on it perhaps, and then I'll be open to it. But no, I'm joking.
Yeah. But yeah,
Right.
these always a fun time. We got through, we got a lot of good conversation along the way. About an hour and a half to do 2 races. Sometimes we get these done for those newcomers. Want to let you know, it could be anywhere between an hour and a half on Monday and Wednesday, and then on Friday we go into kind of other games or other projects and more discussion. This can go as long as 3 hours. Just to set your expectations of when to invite your friends, but at the same time, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 p.m. EST. Do the calculations off that. Just easier for me to do EST time. And yeah, Max, thank you again. Amazing. I'm glad we had someone here to gush over how great this project is. Reminder that this is all built IRL. No CGI here. It's not a video game. This is real life.
Yeah, I just before we finish off, I was quite excited with your idea earlier, getting some YouTube influencers involved with this, because I do think the market is on YouTube and on TikTok. That video that you shared with me from 3D Bot Maker, that's like a 600,000 plus views on that. So the market is there. We got to go find the market. And I'm excited about growing this and expanding on it. I think our Twitter bubble can perhaps be too focused on number go up, whereas there's a lot of projects on base doing some really cool shit. And I do believe our time will come, but I also believe that we need to go find our market for that. So
yeah, and speaking of, there's more we can do with this. So we talked about, monster trucks were discussed earlier, and you've talked about battle bots, and even in our private chats, we're talking about like humanoid robots, $30,000. But it's opened up a lot more discussions that it's not just this track, which this track is amazing, but it's the DAP combined. We can do all kinds of live betting, like esports, betting on poker games. We're going to like crypto events, and we're talking about, we just had poked around some ideas, but let's say bringing a track and building it at a crypto event, and doing live betting and live streaming from a location, and poker tournaments. We're going to be co-hosting, AYB is hosting the poker tournament for Onchain Summit. So we want to incorporate the DAP into, betting on your favorite projects. Who do you think is going to win? Which representative for which project is going to win that poker tournament? So that way you can get involved or feel kind of involved in that game as well. And then we'll plan to live stream that. And yeah, there's just so much more we can do with this DAP. And Max obviously shows his passion. He can put together pretty much any kind of amazing things in his camera work and everything you do. And it feels like this is just the beginning of some pretty cool stuff once the masses recognize and finally get to Web3 and start playing.
Yeah, I think I'm excited particularly about the bots. The battle bots will be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing them smash each other up.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Sorry, it's music going by. I had to dance. Yeah, well, with the races finishing, we didn't plan for any other like showcasing of projects right now. Unless Rex, if you wanted to, down to chit chat for a minute. If you want to show anything, so you can share your screen anytime.
Yeah. Yeah, don't really have too much news at the moment on what we're doing. Just in the process of getting some updates pushed to the app for the Driven Vehicles app. And I'd say the only thing I'd like to share is if anybody's interested in what we're doing and being part of our community and building with us, we have the pre-sale of the first shares of the first car that we're offering, which is Paul Walker's Ferrari 360 Modena. And that pre-sale is happening using an NFT collection. So it's the Driven Founders Club keys. You can purchase those in the app at app.drvnvhcls, like my hat says, drivenvehicles.xyz. And that'll get you a pre-sale airdrop shares of the Ferrari, an allocation of our Buster tokens, and a variety of other perks associated with the 3 different levels of keys. And so, yeah, I mean, if you're into crypto and into cars, we'd love to have you in our community. And if you want to build with us, go snag some keys in the app. And then we will be having a space on Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. We call it the Builder Burnout Space. And Captain, you generally hop in there and chat. So hope to see you there again this Friday. But come by, say hi if you're listening, and share some updates on your projects too, or anything that you think people should be keeping an eye on in the space.
Yeah, absolutely. I try to stop by whenever I see it going on. It's a great collaboration here with the car racing, and we want to work on, you're doing the RWA, and we're looking at digitizing NFTs and the gambling. So it's we've talked about maybe doing some races too on stream, e-betting on that. So yeah, a lot of cool things in the works. And appreciate you always stopping by. And Max, if there's anything else you want to mention, otherwise I think we can wrap it up, and we'll see everyone on Wednesday.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Thanks again, Rex, for joining. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't perform too well tonight, but I do appreciate you jumping on with us every time. I love that.
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Well, thanks again, everyone, and thanks to everyone that showed up. And we're gonna have a giveaway. I believe the next one. Again, anytime you share our stuff, we'll see you. And we're gonna have a lot of project tokens to give away, at least $100 every stream. So thanks again for showing up and participating. We'll see you all in the next one.
All right.